He only had 2 grenades left, but instead of saving them, he threw one into the river. The reason was simple. He had been starving for 2 days, and wanted to blow up some fish for food. But after the grenade sank into the water, nothing happened. With no other choice, he pulled out his last grenade, and threw it in again. This time, the explosion went off. A huge splash erupted across the river, but what came to the surface was not fish, it was a pile of human corpses. Surprisingly, the boy wasn't scared at all, because this was a post-apocalyptic world after a war. The air and soil were heavily contaminated, and humans had to do whatever it took to survive. The boy understood that better than anyone. When he returned to shore, he pretended to be a dead body. His goal was to lure in the stray dogs nearby. He quietly gripped the machete, hidden beneath him. The moment the dogs rushed over, he suddenly attacked. The dogs only knew how to tear at his arm. They had no idea. His other hand was holding a blade. With one swift strike, the boy killed his prey. But just when he thought his father would be proud that he brought back food, his father instead yelled at him, because animal organs contained a lot of toxins. The only way to prevent the meat from being poisoned was to remove the organs immediately after killing it. But now, the meat was already useless. His father told him to skin the animal and trade the fur for food. However, the neighbor took advantage of having a gun. He falsely accused the father of killing his dog. Not only did the father get no food, but the fur was taken away too. The boy hid nearby and watched everything happen. This was the world they lived in, a world where only the strong survived. In the end, his father had to beg just to get 2 small fish. But the next day, the neighbor came back with a gun. He accused the boy of stealing from him. It was obvious he was just looking for trouble, but there was nothing they could do. He had the weapon. The neighbor forced the father to kneel. Then he ordered him to open his mouth. He shoved the gun barrel directly inside his father's mouth. Seeing this, the boy quickly took out a clean silk cloth and offered it to him for free. The neighbor saw that he could get something valuable, so he finally left. The next morning, the boy experienced the happiest moment he had felt in days. He caught a huge fish. He rushed home to tell his father the good news. But when he opened the door, he froze. His father was already dead, because the air and soil were contaminated. Even plants couldn't escape. His father had slowly been poisoned from eating wild plants for years. But the boy was born into this ruined world. He couldn't tell whether his father was dead or simply sleeping, so he used the only method he knew. He waited outside the door for an entire day. After 12 hours, when his father was still lying on the table, he finally accepted the truth. His father was gone. Then he noticed something under his father's body, a notebook. It was his father's treasure. Every day, the boy watched his father write and draw in it, but he never knew what was inside. His father never allowed him to look, not even secretly. Now that his father was gone, he finally had the chance. But after flipping through the pages, he realized he couldn't understand a single word. Angry and disappointed, he threw the notebook aside. Then he placed his father's body onto a small boat. He carried him to the middle of the river and